Welcome everyone, it's your local internet spooky auntie again, MadameMacabre, and welcome back to yet another video in my Tarot for Beginners series. Now if you haven't watched the very first one, I'll have it linked in the description below. The rest of these, I guess, won't necessarily matter the order you watch them in, because it'll just be card meanings, but the first one has some general information to get you started, and if you're like me and you just like to do things in order, that's available to you as well. Anyway, for today, since we don't have all that additional info to get through, I hope to get through at least 3 cards today. We'll see how it goes. Once again, I just want to let you guys know that the things I'm going to be teaching you today are based on my own studies through various resources and books and all sorts of things, my interpretation that I've come across after my years of studying this. There are other ways to read this, and there are other ways that are correct as well. I may miss something or interpret it differently than you, but that is okay. This is just what I have learned. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for today's first card, we're going to be moving right along into the High Priestess. Just like last time, I've got some of my own cards I can show you guys. From my Tarot of Vampire deck, we have the Priestess. They've got different names for a lot of the stuff in this deck. And then we have the High Priestess from my mystical manga deck. And maybe I will do another video later on about getting the right deck for you, but these were gifted to me, and a lot of people believe like that's the best way to get tarot is to get it gifted to you, but I've had luck with lots of different decks. I just like these because I think the artwork is beautiful and the sentiment behind being gifted. For the High Priestess, a few quick notes to keep in mind is that she can often represent intuition, your gut feeling, dreams, and your inner self. So the High Priestess is another one of the Major Arcana cards. This is a card of knowledge, understanding the sacred feminine, and very heavily tied into your intuition. So less about the logic and intellect side and more getting in tap with the emotion and the gut feeling. This card often relates heavily to your dreams, paying more attention to them, paying attention to your intuition and the subconscious mind. You will often find that this card will show up when you need to pay more attention to your inner voice. If you are a man and this card shows up in your read, it could be telling you that you need to get more in touch with your feminine side. In all beings, we all have a feminine and a masculine energy, and to get in tune with both of these in harmony is what we should strive for. Now, this is different than like the classic gender stereotypes and things like that. This is more on a metaphysical level, using them as 2 yin and yang energies. Alright, and that is our general read on the card. Now, like we did last time, we're going to break it down into a few more specific categories of what it could mean based on common things people get readings for. The first of which being like career and finances. If this card shows up in your read for finances or career pathways, this card, once again tying back to intuition, is telling you listen to your gut. Is there a problem at work that needs to be solved and you've been struggling with it? You may know in your gut what the right thing is to do, even if other people are bringing up other things that they think, oh, well, this should work because, this my logic. But your gut may actually be the key to fixing it. Follow that intuition. Just like if you're thinking about searching for a new job, if your intuition is telling you it's time to go, listen to it. This is basically if you're waiting for a sign, a big flag, something waving for you going, listen to your gut, do it. And this also applies, of course, to your money and spending as well. Listen to that gut feeling. Is something about this sale, this thing you're being offered, your gut telling you it's not such a good idea? Listen to it, okay? This card is a big ol' warning. Follow your gut. Listen very carefully to that inner voice. The next super common thing people often ask readings for, love and relationships. You'll find that just like with the general meaning, intuition and your inner voice tends to basically be the major theme of this card. So, on the one hand, it could speak to a really good relationship that you are in, where you will both have a very good connection and you are just intuitively in touch with one another. Or, on the flip side, your gut could be telling you, this ain't gonna work out, this is not going the right way, in which case, you may need to listen to that inner gut. If you got the bad feeling, it's probably there for a reason. And if you are searching for love, this card, for those who are seeking a woman, generally speaks on finding the right fit, the woman that fits all the aspects that they are hoping for. And if you are not going in for like a romantic angle for a woman, you're just seeking friends and relationships, it could mean essentially the same thing, finding the right person that's a good fit for your life. And finally, another one of the most common things people get reads for, health and well-being. Once again, the theme of the card, intuition. You are super in tune with your body, and you know what's right, you know what's wrong, so when you feel something's off, get on that. Or you need to be paying closer attention to your body and be more in tune with things. So it's just kind of a reminder, listen to that inner voice, listen to that gut. Now that we've gone through the upright meanings, we're going to cover what happens when you get the card in reverse. Now, generally in reverse, this card is telling you kind of the opposite, that you are not listening to your inner voice, and you need to. If you just keep blocking out that gut feeling, blocking out what you in your inner heart know is right, it could lead to some not so great things. We've all been there once or twice, where in our gut, we knew something was the right choice, and we went, nah, statistically, logically, this seems like the better thing to do, so we ignore the gut feeling, it bites us in the butt cheek, and we regret it deeply. So this card showing up in a reading in reverse could be telling you, hey, what did I say? Listen to your intuition. And another possible read on this, more specific to relationships in your life, not necessarily romantic, just people around you, it could be indicating gossip, secrets, hidden agendas, hidden under the surface, and it's telling you, you need to basically be like, give it to me honest, I'm not gonna beat around the bush, I'm not gonna stand for this stuff. Alright, so that's about it for the High Priestess. Now let's move on to the next card. Next up, we have the Empress. Here's what it looks like on the one deck. And here is the other. For the Empress, a few quick notes to keep in mind are beauty, fertility, nurturing, caring. The Empress by nature is a deeply feminine card. Now, it's got other meanings beyond this, but once again, we are talking about the sacred feminine, the feminine energy, and this often relates to caring, nurturing, sensuality, femininity, just in general, those types of things. And again, this card does not just apply to women. If you are a man and you've been, thinking about picking up a new hobby, perhaps you should explore something that is more traditionally seen as feminine, such as the arts, like drawing, singing, painting, etc. Just getting in touch with that, getting in touch with nature. And it can also be talking about needing to be more nurturing, more caring, and other things like that. One thing that often comes up with the Empress is that it can also relate to pregnancy and birth. So if you are trying to have a child, getting this card in your spread could be a positive sign that a baby's on the way or will be soon. This card heavily encourages you to be a more caring and nurturing person, even if you are not a literal mother or father, just to, for those in your life, give them a little bit more care and love. In a career reading, the Empress can signify that you're looking for a more creative outlet in the way that you work. It could also be talking about a figure in your workplace, like a manager or a more matronly person who is really in tune with caring for you, given the context of the rest of the read. If you are looking for new employment, this card can often tell you to seek more creative and caring environments rather than logistical, administrative, because those will just sap you dry. And finally, financially, this card speaks of abundance. Now, in a relationship reading, the Empress can show that you have a good, caring, nurturing relationship that is just going to continue to get better and mature into itself as it goes along. It can also tell you that if you are having struggles, you need to be more gentle and open with each other, communicate, get in touch with that sacred feminine in order to fix things. And finally, with a health and well-being reading, the Empress is a very, very good sign. It's something that speaks of being on the up and up, being in good health, so things could take a positive turn. And most specifically, as I mentioned before, this is an excellent card for those who are trying to conceive because it is directly linked most of the time with fertility, mothering, all that stuff. So if you are trying to have a baby, this is a wonderful sign. Now, in a reversed reading, this card can take all the wonderful things about motherhood and mother-like figures and crank it up to 21 to the point where no one wants to be around it because they are suffocating. Be careful that you are not getting too emotional and pouring too much into that nurturing side because it could be something that is clouding your judgment and affecting you too deeply or negatively affecting those around you. It's always good to be nurturing and caring, but just make sure you are not turning into a helicopter mom. This can both be if you are genuinely, literally a mother, or if you are just a mother hen type of friend or something like that. Just keep that in check. We always want to have balance. And finally, in reverse, this card can also speak on just generally feeling discontent and disconnected from your life because you do not have a creative outlet for your emotional side, and that is the missing piece that will help you start to heal. All right, now we're moving on to the next card. You'll never guess, it is the Emperor. So here is the first one. And here is the other one. Some quick notes to keep in mind for the Emperor is the father figure, structure, strength, things like that. In the world of tarot, the Emperor is the father figure, the provider, the protector. He provides guidance and wisdom to the other family members. He is the wise and strong figure that brings comfort and a feeling of security to those who are around him. Now, just like the Empress, the Emperor embodies the sacred masculine, and in this aspect, it is the strategic, the structural, the analytical. This card relates to the mind needing to be held over the heart in situations, so like the opposite but equal counterpart to the Empress. The Emperor card heralds status, recognition, and success when he comes into your life. When you think of the Emperor, think of structure, willpower, self-control. Now, there are a great many things that this card could mean in a career and finances reading. It could literally be talking about your boss, given the context of the rest of your reading. It could be talking about you. It could be talking about if you are currently in a leadership position, people could be looking to you for leadership, structure, and security. Or it could be speaking on something like a promotion to a more leadership position that is on your horizon. In a relationship and love reading, this could speak to a relationship you are in that is very stable and structured. It could also be telling you that you are seeking to be the traditional masculine side of the relationship, that you desire something more traditional, or if you're not in a relationship, that is what you are seeking. And this card showing up could be telling you that someone is on the horizon, either that traditional masculine figure that you are looking for, or the more traditional role that you can fill with someone coming into your life. And finally, in a health and well-being reading, if this card shows up, it is telling you to be particularly mindful of specifically male-related health, so to keep an eye on that. And when it comes to health issues, let your mind rule over your heart. Think logically and analytically in all the choices that you are making. Now that we've gone over the upright emperor, let's discuss what happens when you get the pesky little reverse. Now, when the emperor shows up in your read in reverse, it can be taking all the lovely things that come with the emperor and turning them into not such a great thing anymore. It could be speaking on something like the abuse of authority, an authoritative father-like figure, or the traits that come with that being used too much, too freely, too aggressively, and it is not a good thing. You could have an extremely rigid and domineering force in your life that is just making things uncomfortable for everybody. Heck, you could be that domineering force, and this card in reverse could be telling you you need to dial it back because you are on your way to being tyrannical there, Buster. Now, if you are the one feeling helpless by somebody imposing their strict authority on you, this card showing up in your reading reverse could be telling you it is time to stand up for yourself and not let yourself be pushed around and abused like this. Another aspect of this card is that in the workplace, you could actually be avoiding responsibility. You could be dodging it every chance you get, and this card could be telling you, hey, stop doing that. You are ready to take on the responsibilities and grow, so knock it off. And finally, once again, back to a relationship reading. In reverse, this card could be telling you that your relationship ain't equal, and this goes for any which gender. Just your relationship, somebody has all the power, and it's not good. You need to have things be split and shared between the two of you, and as things currently are, somebody is getting the bad end of it, and it needs to be reevaluated. And this doesn't necessarily mean being mean and aggressive and physical anyway. It could just be referring to someone in the relationship is getting too into the sacred masculine, too into that brain over heart, and they're just getting argumentative, they're just getting too structured and rigid, and they're not really letting their heart have much room, and it is throwing it all out of whack, and it's just not working. And this card could be telling you that if it's you, evaluate that, or if it's your partner, sit down and have a conversation with them about this, because this is not something that will just go away unless you actively talk about it and work through it. Alright guys, it looks like we're gonna have to cut it here because it is starting to drag on into a longer video, and I want to keep these short enough that they are easy to consume so it doesn't overload and overwhelm your brain when you are trying to learn, because there is so much here to pack into your mind. Now, obviously, if you're trying to learn tarot, I would suggest using more resources than just this video, because this is just one person and one person's perspective. There's lots of books and things out there, apps, all sorts of stuff you can use to learn and get a better understanding. I am just hoping that this adds to the pile of resources available, and for those with a specific learning style that requires something like this, I'm hoping it'll be helpful. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys, and I will catch you all next time with more to learn. Anyway, until then, remember, stay creepy.